Hi Don, lovely to meet you yesterday and begin working on your game. As promised, just a quick review of the points that we covered during your session. We can see here from face on at the start of your session, top left, first of all, there's not really a lot of weight or there's not enough weight on your left hand side, so I'd like to see you moving the weight maybe 70-30 in favour of your left at this stage, and the reason for that is it's going to make it easier for you to left tilt and extend. You can see what we've got here. We discussed early in your session, first little thing is the right leg straightens too quickly. Remember, within stack and tilt we need to do everything incrementally, so you can see there the right leg just snapping from flexed to locked between P1 and P2. That's causing you to lose a little bit of height, overflex the left knee too early in the swing, and get the arms pulled in behind you a little bit too much. So that's the first thing, a little bit more of a gradual straightening of the right knee first, but a little bit more weight on the left side, and then what we need to do is learn to left tilt for longer and extend at the correct point. You can see the forward bend in the spine maintained for too long during the backswing, resulting in a move off the ball and a limited amount of freedom in the left arm. Really, without bending your left arm, that's about as far back as you will be able to get the butt of the golf club to travel. The reason you look a little bit centered is because, again, you've overflexed the left knee, the hips have sagged towards the target, and that's allowing you to maintain a centered look. But you can see there it's not actually centered, there's a little bit of a move off it because of the lack of freedom of the left arm. Don't left tilt long enough, don't extend enough from P2 to P4. The arms lift, the elbows divide, and the result then is that we lose control of the radius of the swing. So that's something that we needed to address, and we did so a little bit later in the session. So we talked a lot about when to left tilt and when to extend, and we also explained that although they are happening continuously during the golf swing from P1 to P4, one or the other has more effect depending on where you are in the swing. So we're talking about stabilizing the axis, and we've got you here head against the wall, so the axis is as stable as it's going to be. It's a task driven exercise, make swings keeping the head in place. And what we talked about was that from P1 to P2 it's the left tilt that helps stabilize the axis. You can see there, when viewed from face on, the axis staying stable is largely a result of the left tilt. So from P1 to P2 or just beyond P2, left tilt is the most important aspect of the three to focus on. Now from P2 to P4 we now need to learn to extend. So if we left tilt from P1 to P2 like we see here, so you can see from address, left shoulder starts to work down, staying relatively centered, so that's the left shoulder working down, stabilizing the axis. But then fail to extend, we start to move off the golf ball. So you can see there, because we failed to extend P2 to P4, we move off the golf ball, and this is the next stage. So from P2 to P4 is the extension. So we've got left tilt stabilizes the axis from P1 to P2, P2 to P4 is the extension. Just run those back down for you. In fact, I'll leave that running in the background so that you can keep an eye on that as the session progresses. So what we've got here now from face on is a little bit more weight on the left hand side, left tilting, so focusing on the left tilt from P1 to P2, and then focusing on the extension from P2 to P4. And you can see a couple of things happening there. Is first of all, we've got much better side bend when viewed from face on. We're staying much more stable with the axis. There is a little bit of a standing up because we're not left tilting for long enough, but we'll get used to that as we go. And also the butt of the golf club is travelling further. Now, we didn't talk about lengthening the swing. If anything, we talked about shortening the arm swing or controlling the arm swing a little bit later on in the session. But you can see the effect of the left shoulder working down appropriately and the thoracic extending at the appropriate time. Much more stacked looking position at the top, as opposed to a maintenance of the forward bend, moving off the golf ball, making low point and path quite chaotic. If we then look at it down the line, we've asked for, again, left tilting for longer, then learning to extend, and then what I was trying to get you to do here was keep the arms straight for as long as possible. You can see how much better that looks at the top. A little bit shorter, elbows more consistently apart, so no dividing of the elbows. And the feeling here was that the arms were as straight as possible for as long as possible. So then when it came to the shot itself, you can see that we left tilt a little bit better. Right leg locked out a little bit too soon on that one, but we control the radius of the swing much better in this swing than we did in your initial swing that you can see above. A lot of the stuff you do in your downswing then, such as casting the golf club, not moving forward in the correct manner from the top, you can see there, is a result of the other things that you've done in your golf swing. So it'll be quite interesting to see how that progresses, that move from P4 to P6, if we can improve what we're doing from P1 to P4. So it's learning to left tilt then extend, put a little bit more weight forward at setup, and control the arms on the way back. Great work, lovely session, lovely to meet up with you, and I look forward to doing it again in a month or so's time. Well done.